Welcome to the Ireland Travel Guide, your ultimate companion to discovering the magic of the Emerald Isle. Ireland is a land where history whispers through ancient ruins, music flows from every pub, and breathtaking landscapes unfold at every turn. Whether you're wandering through vibrant cities, marveling at centuries-old castles, or hiking along rugged coastlines, this guide will ensure your journey is as rich and rewarding as the destination itself. Designed for both first-time visitors and seasoned explorers, it's packed with insights, tips, and itineraries to help you experience Ireland's timeless charm. Stepping into Ireland feels like entering a storybook. Here, tradition and modernity exist in perfect harmony. Ancient Celtic legends are celebrated alongside cutting-edge art and innovation. The warmth of Irish hospitality is unmatched, and every encounter, whether with a friendly shopkeeper, a fellow traveler, or a local storyteller, adds a personal touch to your adventure. This guide will help you uncover Ireland's layers, ensuring every moment of your trip is filled with discovery and wonder. Nature is Ireland's masterpiece, and its beauty is simply unparalleled. The island's landscapes range from the dramatic cliffs of Moher to the serene waters of Killarney's lakes. Wander through misty forests, explore hidden caves, or stand in awe of sweeping coastal views that seem to stretch forever. Every season offers its own magic, whether it's the golden hues of autumn, the vibrant wildflowers of spring, or the crisp air of a winter stroll. This guide will lead you to Ireland's most stunning natural wonders, helping you connect with the land in ways that will stay with you long after you leave. To help you make the most of your time, we've curated suggested itineraries that balance the best of Ireland's urban energy, historical depth, natural beauty, and culinary excellence. Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, a 2-week exploration, or a month-long deep dive into the culture, these itineraries are tailored to inspire and guide you. From Dublin's dynamic streets to the mystical landscapes of Connemara, from the ancient wonders of Newgrange to the lively music sessions of Galway, every journey in Ireland promises unforgettable memories. Let the Ireland Travel Guide be your trusted companion as you embark on this extraordinary adventure. Together, we'll uncover the magic of Ireland, one unforgettable experience at a time. Enjoy the journey. Is Ireland divided or not? The island of Ireland is divided into two distinct political entities: the Republic of Ireland, a sovereign nation, and Northern Ireland, which remains part of the United Kingdom. This division, formalized by the Government of Ireland Act in 1920 and the subsequent Anglo-Irish Treaty, has led to separate systems of governance. The Republic of Ireland operates as a parliamentary democracy with its capital in Dublin. It is a member of the European Union, which greatly influences its policies and international relations. In contrast, Northern Ireland is governed under the UK's constitutional monarchy, with its own devolved government seated in Stormont, Belfast. This arrangement allows Northern Ireland to legislate on local matters, while broader issues like defence and foreign policy remain under UK control. The 1998 Good Friday Agreement (GFA) marked a turning point in the island's history. It established a framework for peace and cooperation, creating cross-border institutions and ensuring power sharing between Unionists and Nationalists in Northern Ireland. Despite challenges, the GFA remains a cornerstone of political stability. While the border delineates political boundaries, cultural and social distinctions persist across the island. The Republic of Ireland is predominantly Catholic, with a strong emphasis on Gaelic traditions, language, and growing globalized identity. Northern Ireland, however, reflects a blend of Protestant and Catholic communities, each with unique cultural markers, such as parades, music, and sports. One of the most visible differences is the celebration of public holidays and national symbols. For instance, St. Patrick's Day is a unifying event, celebrated on both sides of the border, but other events, like the 12th of July parades in Northern Ireland, are specific to the Protestant and Unionist communities. Will it affect your travel? When traveling to Ireland, it's important to understand the historical and political context of the island. While the division between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland has shaped the country's past, it largely does not interfere with day-to-day travel for tourists. As of now, travelers from the EU and the UK can move freely between the two regions without needing a visa. That said, it's essential to stay updated on any changes in travel regulations, particularly for those planning to visit Northern Ireland from outside the EU or the UK. To ensure your trip is seamless and enjoyable, here are a few travel tips. Plan your itinerary while the border is open. Knowing the regions you'll be visiting and the specific local customs or cultural sites will help you make the most of your time. Currency awareness. Always check exchange rates if you plan to use cash, especially when traveling between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Respect local traditions. Be mindful of the political and cultural sensitivities in Northern Ireland, particularly when visiting areas with a history of conflict. In conclusion, while Ireland's division has shaped its past, it will not significantly affect your travel experience today. The island is a welcoming and peaceful destination, offering a rich blend of history, culture, and natural beauty, regardless of which side of the border you find yourself on. Vibrant cities. Exploring Ireland's urban gems. Dublin, the heart of Ireland. Dublin's origins trace back to the 9th century, when Norse invaders established a settlement called Dublin, meaning Black Pool. Situated at the confluence of the River Liffey and the Poddle Stream, this early Viking base became a thriving hub for trade and culture. As the Vikings integrated with the native Irish, Dublin evolved into a medieval powerhouse, complete with fortified walls and bustling markets. By the 12th century, the Normans had taken control, leaving behind landmarks such as Dublin Castle, which still stands as a symbol of the city's resilience and transformation through the ages. Dublin played a central role in Ireland's struggle for independence, particularly during the early 20th century. The Easter Rising of 1916, one of the most pivotal events in Irish history, unfolded in the heart of Dublin. Rebel leaders seized iconic buildings like the General Post Office, GPO, on O'Connell Street, declaring Ireland's independence from British rule. Although the uprising was suppressed, it ignited a movement that eventually led to the establishment of the Irish Free State in 1922. Today, the GPO and Killarney Gaol stand as poignant reminders of Dublin's revolutionary spirit. Dublin's literary heritage is unmatched, earning it the title of UNESCO City of Literature. It has been the birthplace and inspiration for some of the world's greatest writers, including James Joyce, Samuel Beckett, and Oscar Wilde. The city itself is a living library, with streets and landmarks immortalized in works like Joyce's, Trinity College's Long Room Library, and the Chester Beatty Library House, priceless literary treasures, offering visitors a chance to connect with Dublin's rich intellectual legacy. Walking through the city, one can feel the enduring presence of its creative past and present. Dublin is synonymous with its lively pub culture, where the warmth of Irish hospitality shines brightest. The cobblestone streets of Temple Bar are lined with iconic pubs offering traditional music and hearty pints of Guinness. Beyond its nightlife, Dublin is also famous for its green spaces, with Phoenix Park, one of Europe's largest city parks, serving as a serene escape. The River Liffey, which flows through the heart of Dublin, has long been the city's lifeblood, shaping its history and providing a picturesque backdrop to its modern vibrancy. St. Patrick's Day is a cultural phenomenon, and nowhere celebrates it quite like Dublin. Every March, the city transforms into a sea of green as locals and visitors come together to honor Ireland's patron saint. The highlight is the Grand Parade, which winds through the city centre, featuring colorful floats, performers, and marching bands. Beyond the parade, the festival includes music, dance, and storytelling events, creating an atmosphere of pure joy and pride. Experiencing St. Patrick's Day in Dublin is an unforgettable immersion into Irish culture. Dublin's literary legacy comes alive every June 16th during the Bloomsday Festival, a celebration of James Joyce's masterpiece. Fans from around the world don Edwardian attire and retrace the steps of Leopold Bloom, the novel's protagonist, through Dublin streets. The festival features readings, performances, and walking tours, offering a deep dive into Joyce's Dublin. It's a unique event that combines literature, history, and local charm, making it a must for both book lovers and curious travelers. A visit to Dublin is incomplete without exploring Trinity College, Ireland's oldest university. Its centerpiece, the Long Room Library, is a breathtaking space filled with ancient books and wooden arches. The highlight is the Book of Kells, an illuminated manuscript dating back to 800 AD. This masterpiece of Celtic art draws visitors from across the globe, offering a glimpse into Ireland's early Christian heritage. Located in the heart of the city, Trinity College is easily accessible and an essential stop for history and art enthusiasts. Dublin Castle has stood at the city's core for over 800 years, serving as a seat of power for both British rulers and Irish leaders. Visitors can explore its richly decorated state apartments, which host official ceremonies, and the Chapel Royal, adorned with intricate Gothic details. The castle's underground tour reveals the Viking foundations that lie beneath, connecting the modern structure to its ancient roots. Conveniently located near Temple Bar, Dublin Castle is a treasure trove of stories waiting to be uncovered. The Guinness Storehouse is more than just a brewery tour. It's a celebration of Ireland's most iconic beverage. This 7-story museum immerses visitors in the history and craft of Guinness, from its brewing process to its global impact. Situated in the Liberties neighborhood, the Guinness Storehouse is a short bus or taxi ride from the city centre, and a must-visit for anyone seeking a taste of Ireland. Cork, the rebel city. Cork's story begins in the 9th century, when Viking settlers established a trading post on the banks of the River Lee. The city's strategic location made it an ideal hub for commerce, and it quickly flourished as a center of trade and craftsmanship. Despite its growth, Cork faced repeated attacks from Irish clans, leading to a tumultuous but resilient early history. By the medieval period, Cork had transformed into a walled city, with remnants of these fortifications still visible today. These ancient roots give Cork a sense of timelessness, where echoes of its Viking past linger in its streets and waterways. Cork's nickname, the Rebel City, stems from its pivotal role in Ireland's fight for independence. During the Irish War of Independence 1919-1921, Cork became a stronghold for revolutionary activity, with leaders such as Michael Collins orchestrating daring operations from within the city. In December 1920, Cork suffered a devastating event known as the Burning of Cork, when British forces set fire to large parts of the city centre in retaliation for guerrilla attacks. Despite this tragedy, Cork's indomitable spirit endured, and the city emerged as a symbol of resistance and resilience, a legacy that continues to inspire pride among its people. Cork is often referred to as Ireland's food capital, a title well earned thanks to its thriving culinary scene. The city is home to the renowned English market, where locals and visitors alike gather to sample fresh produce, artisan cheeses, and traditional Irish delicacies. Beyond its gastronomy, Cork is celebrated for its cultural vibrancy. The city's theatres, galleries, and music venues showcase a rich tapestry of creativity, from traditional Irish music sessions to cutting-edge contemporary art. Cork's unique blend of heritage and innovation makes it a city that leaves a lasting impression. Each October, Cork comes alive with the sound of jazz during the Cork Jazz Festival, one of Europe's premier music events. For over 4 decades, this festival has drawn world-class performers and enthusiastic crowds to the city. The atmosphere is electric, with jazz spilling out of concert halls, pubs, and even street corners. The festival is more than just music. It's a celebration of Cork's creative spirit, offering workshops, late-night jam sessions, and lively parades. Whether you're a die-hard jazz fan or simply looking for a unique cultural experience, the Cork Jazz Festival is an unmissable highlight. Galway, the city of tribes. Galway's history stretches back over 1,000 years, beginning as a small fishing village on the banks of the River Corrib. The name Galway is derived from the Irish word galim, which means stony or rocky, a fitting description for the river that runs through the city. In the 12th century, the city began to take shape under the influence of the Anglo-Normans, who built the first stone structures and fortifications. Over the centuries, Galway grew into a prosperous port town, becoming a hub for trade between Ireland, Spain, and France. The city's strategic location made it a focal point of conflict during the Cromwellian and Williamite Wars, but it also ensured that Galway would flourish as a center of commerce, culture, and political intrigue. One of the most fascinating aspects of Galway's history is its association with the tribes of Galway, a group of 14 merchant families who held significant power in the city from the 13th to the 17th centuries. These families, such as the Burkes, the Lynches, and the Kerwins, were instrumental in shaping Galway's political and economic landscape. They controlled trade, established laws, and even built many of the city's most iconic buildings, including the medieval town walls and the Spanish Arch. The legacy of these families is still evident in the names of streets and buildings throughout the city, and their influence can be seen in the distinct character of Galway, which blends Irish, Anglo-Norman, and Spanish cultural elements. The Great Siege of Galway in 1652 was a pivotal moment in the city's history. During the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland, Galway was one of the last Irish strongholds to resist English rule. The city's defenders, led by the tribes, mounted a fierce resistance against the forces of Oliver Cromwell. However, after several months of siege, Galway was forced to surrender. The defeat marked the end of the Irish resistance in the west, and the city was placed under English control. The siege is commemorated today by a plaque on the Spanish Arch, a reminder of Galway's resilience and its importance in Ireland's turbulent history. Galway is renowned for its vibrant art scene, earning it the title of European Capital of Culture 2020. The city's rich cultural heritage is reflected in its numerous galleries, theatres, and music venues. Galway is especially famous for its traditional Irish music, which can be heard in pubs and on street corners throughout the city. The Galway International Arts Festival, held every July, draws artists, musicians, and performers from around the world, showcasing a diverse range of performances, exhibitions, and installations. Galway's literary tradition is also strong, with writers like John Millington Synge and Lady Gregory leaving a lasting impact on the city's cultural identity. Whether you're exploring the bustling streets or enjoying a performance, Galway's creative energy is palpable. The Galway International Arts Festival is one of the city's most anticipated events, attracting tens of thousands of visitors each summer. For 2 weeks, Galway transforms into a stage for artists from every corner of the globe. The festival features everything from theater, and dance to visual arts and music, with performances taking place in both traditional venues and outdoor spaces. The atmosphere is electric, with the streets filled with performers, street art, and impromptu concerts. Visitors can immerse themselves in a world of creativity, and for many, the Galway International Arts Festival is the highlight of their trip. For those seeking a more traditional Irish experience, the Galway Races is an event not to be missed. Held annually in late July, the Galway Races is one of Ireland's most prestigious horse racing festivals, attracting visitors from all over the world. Limerick, a riverside gem. The city's strategic location made it a focal point for both trade and defense, with the river serving as a natural barrier and trade route. The first recorded mention of Limerick comes from the 9th century, when the Vikings established a settlement here. Over time, the city grew in importance, and by the 12th century, it was a thriving Norman stronghold. Limerick's medieval walls, which once protected the city, still stand as a testament to its turbulent past and its role in Ireland's history. One of the most significant events in Limerick's history was the Siege of Limerick in 1691, which marked the end of the Williamite War in Ireland. During the siege, the city's defenders, loyal to the Catholic King James II, held out against the forces of King William III. Despite the defenders' valiant efforts, the city eventually fell, and the Treaty of Limerick was signed, marking a key moment in Irish history. The events of the siege are commemorated by several landmarks in the city, including the King John's Castle, which overlooks the River Shannon and offers a glimpse into the city's military past. Limerick experienced significant changes during the 19th and 20th centuries. The Industrial Revolution brought prosperity to the city, with the construction of factories, railways, and docks along the Shannon River. However, it was not just industrial growth that shaped Limerick during this time. The city also experienced a cultural revival. In the late 19th century, Limerick became known for its literary heritage, with writers such as Frank McCourt and Kate O'Brien drawing inspiration from the city streets and its people. Today, Limerick's cultural scene continues to thrive, with a strong emphasis on literature and music. Limerick is perhaps best known for its scenic location along the River Shannon, Ireland's longest river. The river has played a central role in the city's history, from its Viking origins to its industrial development. Kilkenny, the medieval marvel. Kilkenny, often referred to as the medieval capital of Ireland, has a rich history that dates back over 800 years. Its origins lie in the 12th century, when the Normans established a stronghold in the area. The city's name is derived from the Irish word Silchane, meaning Church of Cainach, after St. Cainach, a 6th century saint. Kilkenny quickly became an important center of power and culture, and by the 13th century, it was granted city status. The city's medieval layout, with its narrow streets and ancient buildings, still reflects this early period of developments. Kilkenny's history is intertwined with the rise and fall of powerful families, including the influential Butler family, whose legacy is still visible in the city today. One of the most significant chapters in Kilkenny's history is its association with the Butler family, one of the most powerful and wealthy families in Ireland. The Butlers were granted control of Kilkenny in the 14th century, and they played a pivotal role in the city's development. The Kilkenny Castle, which still stands proudly overlooking the River Nore, was the family's seat for centuries. The castle is a symbol of the Butlers' dominance in the region, and it has witnessed many important events in Irish history, including the Kilkenny Confederate Assembly during the Irish Confederate Wars in the 1640s. The castle was later restored in the 19th century, and is now a major tourist attraction, offering visitors a glimpse into the city's aristocratic past. Kilkenny's history was not without its struggles. In the 16th and 17th centuries, the city became a center of conflict during the wars between the native Irish and the English crown. The Siege of Kilkenny in 1650 was one of the most dramatic events in the city's history, as the forces of Oliver Cromwell laid siege to the city during the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland. Despite the city's valiant defense, Kilkenny fell to the English forces, and the city's role as a stronghold for the Irish Confederation came to an end. However, Kilkenny's resilience is evident in its ability to rebuild and thrive in the centuries that followed. Today, the city is a testament to the endurance of its people and its ability to preserve its rich cultural heritage. Kilkenny is famous for its well-preserved medieval architecture, which gives the city a unique charm. The Kilkenny Castle, with its imposing towers and picturesque grounds, is one of the most iconic landmarks in Ireland. The city is also known for its beautiful St. Canice's Cathedral, which dates back to the 13th century. The cathedral is a stunning example of medieval architecture, with its soaring spires and intricate stonework. Kilkenny is also renowned for its craft tradition, particularly in the production of Kilkenny pottery and Irish linen, which have been made in the city for centuries. The city's medieval streets are lined with craft shops and galleries, showcasing the work of local artisans and providing visitors with a glimpse into Kilkenny's rich cultural heritage. One of the highlights of Kilkenny's cultural calendar is the Kilkenny Arts Festival, which takes place every Augustfest. This renowned festival attracts artists, musicians, and performers from around the world, transforming the city into a vibrant hub of creativity. The festival features a wide range of events, including theater performances, art exhibitions, music concerts, and dance performances. Belfast, a city reborn. Originally a small settlement, it grew rapidly in the 17th and 18th centuries thanks to its strategic location along the River Lagan. The name Belfast itself is derived from the Irish Beal Fairstay, meaning mouth of the Farset, referring to the river that flows through the city. However, it was during the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century that Belfast truly transformed. The city's shipyards, textile factories, and engineering workshops became some of the most important in the British Empire, making Belfast a hub of innovation and industrial prowess. It was here that the Titanic was built, cementing Belfast's place in maritime history. While Belfast's industrial success in the 19th century brought prosperity, the 20th century saw the city struggle with political and religious divisions. The Troubles, a violent conflict that spanned from the late 1960s to the 1998 signing of the Good Friday Agreement, left deep scars on the city. The conflict was rooted in centuries of sectarian tension between the Protestant Unionists, who wanted Northern Ireland to remain part of the United Kingdom, and the Catholic nationalists, who sought unification with the Republic of Ireland. Belfast became the epicenter of this conflict, with bombings, riots, and violence marking the city's streets. Despite this tumultuous history, Belfast has emerged as a vibrant and resilient city, transforming itself from a symbol of division to one of peace and reconciliation. Since the end of the Troubles, Belfast has undergone a remarkable transformation. The city has reinvented itself as a cultural and economic hub, with a burgeoning art scene, a thriving tech industry, and a renewed focus on tourism. The historic buildings of the city centre have been carefully restored, and new developments have brought a modern touch to Belfast's skyline. The Titanic Quarter, where the Titanic was built, has become a symbol of Belfast's rebirth, with the Titanic Belfast Museum offering an interactive journey through the ship's construction, launch, and tragic sinking. Today, Belfast is a city that embraces its past while looking confidently toward the future, offering visitors a fascinating blend of history, culture, and innovation. Waterford, Ireland's oldest city. Founded by the Vikings in 914 AD, Waterford was established as a strategic trading port on the River Swore. The Vikings, who had been raiding the Irish coast for decades, recognized the area's potential for trade and settlement. The city's name, Waterford, is derived from the Old Norse word Vedrafshrur, meaning windy fjord. The Viking influence is still evident today, particularly in the city's Viking Triangle, a historic area that houses some of the oldest buildings in Ireland. The city's strategic location allowed it to thrive as a center of commerce and culture, and its Viking heritage is celebrated through archaeological sites and museums. In 1170, Waterford played a crucial role in the Norman invasion of Ireland. The Normans, led by Richard de Clare, also known as Strongbow, captured the city after a fierce battle with the native Irish. The Normans built a series of fortifications, including the Waterford Castle, which still stands today as a reminder of the city's turbulent past. The Normans introduced new agricultural practices, architectural styles, and governance systems to the region, shaping Waterford's development for centuries. The city's role in the Norman conquest is commemorated at the Reginald's Tower, one of the oldest Viking towers in Ireland, which now houses a museum detailing the city's history. During the 16th and 17th centuries, Waterford became a hub of maritime activity. The city's port was a key departure point for explorers and traders heading to the Americas and beyond. The most famous of these explorers was Sir Walter Raleigh, who was granted lands in Waterford in the late 1500s and became one of the city's most prominent figures. Raleigh is often credited with introducing the cultivation of the potato to Ireland, a crop that would later become a staple of the Irish diet. Waterford's importance as a port city continued into the 18th and 19th centuries, with the city playing a key role in Ireland's trade with Britain and the rest of Europe. The city's maritime heritage is celebrated today at the Waterford Treasures Museum, which showcases the city's role in global trade and exploration. Waterford is perhaps best known for its world-famous Waterford crystal, a symbol of Irish craftsmanship and luxury. Founded in 1783, the Waterford Crystal Company quickly gained a reputation for producing some of the finest crystal in the world. The city's crystal-making tradition has been passed down through generations, and today visitors can tour the Waterford Crystal Factory, where they can watch skilled artisans create intricate glass pieces by hand. From chandeliers to goblets, the crystal produced in Waterford is renowned for its quality and design, and it has been used in everything from royal weddings to prestigious awards ceremonies. The Waterford Crystal Visitor Center offers a fascinating insight into the history and artistry of crystal making, making it a must-see for visitors to the city. Another key event in Waterford's cultural calendar is the Waterford Harvest Festival, which takes place each September. This festival celebrates the region's agricultural heritage and the abundance of local produce. Visitors can enjoy a wide range of activities, including food markets, cooking demonstrations, and farm tours. The festival also features live music and family-friendly entertainment, creating a lively atmosphere throughout the city. The Waterford Harvest Festival is an opportunity to sample some of the finest food and drink that the region has to offer, from fresh seafood to locally grown vegetables. It's a celebration of Waterford's connection to the land and its commitment to sustainable, locally sourced produce. One of the most fascinating areas of Waterford is the Viking Triangle, a historic district that is home to some of the city's most important landmarks. The Viking Triangle is named after the area's Viking origins and is home to a number of medieval and Viking-era sites, including the Reginald's Tower, the Waterford Museum of Treasures, and the Christchurch Cathedral. Walking through the Viking Triangle is like stepping back in time, with cobbled streets, ancient buildings, and historical markers that tell the story of Waterford's past. The area is also home to a number of cafes, shops, and galleries, making it a perfect place to explore while learning about the city's rich history. Nature's masterpieces. Ireland's stunning landscapes. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland's majestic edge. Best time to visit: March to September. How to get there: drive or take a bus from Galway or Limerick. Average cost: €10 for entry to the visitor centre. Additional fees for guided tours or boat trips. The Cliffs of Moher are more than just a geological marvel. They are a testament to the timeless forces of nature that have shaped Ireland's west coast. Their story begins over 300 million years ago, during the Carboniferous period, when ancient rivers carried sediments that settled into layers of shale and sandstone. Over millennia, these layers were uplifted and sculpted by relentless waves and winds, creating the dramatic cliffs we see today. This awe-inspiring landscape has long been a beacon for travelers and locals alike. The name Moher derives from a ruined promontory fort that once stood near Hag's Head, the southernmost point of the cliffs. Although the fort is long gone, the cliffs have remained a steadfast symbol of Ireland's rugged beauty and resilience. Their imposing presence, rising over 200 meters above the Atlantic Ocean, has witnessed countless tales of human endeavor, maritime exploration, and natural wonder. Standing on the edge of the Cliffs of Moher, you are struck by their unparalleled grandeur and the sense of infinite possibility that stretches to the horizon. These cliffs are not just one of Ireland's most iconic landmarks. They are a place where nature displays its most dramatic artistry. On clear days, the view extends to the Aran Islands and the distant peaks of Connemara, but even in misty weather, the cliffs exude a haunting, ethereal beauty. The cliffs are also an ecological treasure trove, hosting one of the largest seabird colonies in Europe. Puffins, guillemots, and kittiwakes make their homes in the crevices, their calls mingling with the crashing waves below. This vibrant ecosystem, combined with the cliff's striking geological features, has earned them a place as a UNESCO Global Geopark, a designation that highlights their global significance. Beyond their natural allure, the Cliffs of Moher are a cultural icon. They have inspired poets, artists, and filmmakers, appearing in works such as End. Cliffs are more than a destination. They are a muse, a place where the human spirit feels both humbled and uplifted. Visiting the Cliffs of Moher is not just a journey to a scenic location. It is an adventure that awakens all the senses. Begin your exploration at the state-of-the-art visitor center, seamlessly built into the hillside to preserve the natural landscape. Here, interactive exhibits reveal the cliffs' geological origins, the vibrant flora and fauna they support, and the cultural stories that have surrounded them for centuries. For those seeking a closer connection with nature, the cliff edge trails offer a thrilling walk with panoramic views that change with every step. The pathways lead to key vantage points, such as O'Brien's Tower, a 19th century viewing tower that provides a commanding perspective over the Atlantic. Each turn reveals new facets of the cliffs, from their sheer drop to the swirling waters below. To fully appreciate the cliff's scale and majesty, consider a boat tour from nearby Dublin. From the sea, the cliffs rise like a fortress, their stratified layers telling a story of millions of years. You may also spot seals basking on the rocks and dolphins playfully leaping through the waves, adding a touch of life to the rugged landscape. For the ultimate moment of tranquility, stay until sunset. As the sun dips below the horizon, the cliffs are bathed in golden light, creating a scene so breathtaking that it feels almost otherworldly. This is a place where time seems to pause, allowing you to reflect on the profound beauty of the natural world. The Giant's Causeway, nature's geometric marvel. Best time to visit: summer for clear skies and warm weather. How to get there: accessible via the Causeway coastal route or public transport from Belfast or Derry. Average cost: free entry to the site with optional visitor center access costing approximately €13 per adult. The Giant's Causeway is steeped in myth and mystery, its hexagonal basalt columns seemingly crafted by the hands of ancient deities. According to Irish folklore, the site was created by the giant Finn McCool as a bridge to Scotland, Scotland, where he intended to challenge his rival, Benandonner. When Finn realized the enormity of his foe, his clever wife disguised him as a baby, leading Benandonner to flee in terror, destroying the Causeway in his retreat. Geologically, the Causeway was formed over 60 million years ago, during a period of intense volcanic activity. As molten basalt cooled rapidly, it cracked into the distinctive geometric shapes we marvel at today. This natural wonder is not only a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but also a portal to Ireland's ancient past, blending the fantastical with the scientific. Standing at the Giant's Causeway, you are confronted with a landscape that defies belief. Over 40 interlocking basalt columns stretch out toward the sea, their symmetry and precision so striking that they appear man-made. The interplay of light and shadow on the dark volcanic rock, the crashing waves of the Atlantic, and the endless horizon create an atmosphere of otherworldly beauty. The Causeway's uniqueness lies not only in its geological formation, but also in the way it ignites the imagination. Each column feels like a piece of an ancient puzzle, and the site exudes a palpable sense of wonder. This is a place where science and myth coexist, where every visitor can find their own story etched into the stones. A visit to the Giant's Causeway is an immersive experience, offering far more than just a visual spectacle. Begin your journey at the award-winning Visitor Centre, where interactive exhibits and audiovisual displays delve into the site's geology, mythology, and history. From there, take the winding trails that lead to the stones, each path offering unique perspectives and breathtaking views. For the adventurous, the Causeway Coastway provides an opportunity to explore the rugged cliffs and hidden coves that surround the site. The windswept landscape is a paradise for photographers, with every angle offering a new masterpiece. Wildlife enthusiasts can spot seabirds nesting along the cliffs, or even glimpse seals basking on the rocks below. As you walk among the columns, let your imagination roam. Picture the giants who might have walked these paths, or ponder the forces of nature that shaped this remarkable site. End your visit with a moment of reflection, sitting on the stones as the sun sets, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, and casting a golden glow over this timeless wonder. The Burren, a limestone wonderland. Best time to visit: spring and early summer for vibrant flora. How to get there: located in County Clare, accessible by car via the Wild Atlantic Way or bus services from Galway and Ennis. Average cost: free to explore the landscape. Guided tours ranging from €20 to €50. The Burren, whose name derives from the Irish word meaning rocky place, is a landscape that tells a story stretching back over 300 million years. This limestone plateau, sculpted by glacial activity and centuries of erosion, is a testament to the enduring power of nature. Beneath its surface lies a labyrinth of caves, underground rivers, and fossils that whisper of a time when the area was submerged beneath a tropical sea. Human history here is just as compelling. The Burren is dotted with ancient tombs, stone forts, and cairns, some dating back to the Neolithic period. The Polnabrone Dolmen, a striking portal tomb, stands as a silent sentinel of a bygone era, reminding visitors of the people who once called this rugged terrain home. Over the centuries, the Burren has been a place of survival, adaptation, and reverence, its barren beauty inspiring both awe and respect. At first glance, the Burren may appear stark and desolate, but look closer, and a world of extraordinary diversity reveals itself. This seemingly barren expanse is home to an astonishing variety of plant life, where Mediterranean, Arctic, and alpine species grow side by side. The cracks in the limestone, known as, shelter delicate orchids, gentians, and ferns, creating a living tapestry that defies the harshness of the environment. The Burren's uniqueness lies in its ability to surprise and enchant. The gray limestone pavement, with its intricate patterns and fissures, creates an otherworldly aesthetic that feels almost lunar. The interplay of light and shadow across the rock formations is a photographer's dream, while the quiet stillness of the landscape invites introspection and wonder. Exploring the Burren is an adventure that engages all the senses. Begin your journey with a visit to the Burren National Park, where well-marked trails lead you through this geological marvel. Each step reveals something new, whether it's a hidden flower blooming in a crevice, the call of a skylark overhead, or the whisper of the wind through ancient stone walls. For history enthusiasts, the Polnabrone Dolmen is a must-see. Standing amidst the limestone pavement, this ancient burial site offers a poignant glimpse into Ireland's distant past. Guided tours provide deeper insights into the region's archaeology, folklore, and unique ecosystems. For a more immersive experience, join a foraging walk or a geology tour. Learn about the plants that thrive here and their traditional uses, or delve into the science behind the Rin's formation. If you're seeking solitude, simply wander the trails, letting the landscape's quiet majesty envelop you. End your visit at the Burren Perfumery, a charming spot where the essence of the region's flora is captured in handmade product. As the day draws to a close, find a vantage point to watch the sun dip below the horizon, its golden rays casting a warm glow over the limestone, transforming the Burren into a luminous wonderland. Killarney National Park, a tapestry of lakes and mountains. Best time to visit: spring and autumn for mild weather and vibrant foliage. How to get there: located in County Kerry, accessible by car or bus from major cities like Cork and Limerick, the town of Killarney serves as the perfect gateway. Average cost: entry is free, with optional guided tours or jaunting car rides costing €20 to €50. Killarney National Park is steeped in a rich history that weaves together nature, nobility, and preservation. Established in 1932, it became Ireland's first national park, thanks to the donation of the Muckross estate by the Herbert family. This gesture was driven by a deep respect for the land's beauty and biodiversity, ensuring its protection for generations to come. The park's history stretches back much further, however. Muckross House, a stately Victorian mansion within the park, bears witness to an era of grandeur. It famously hosted Queen Victoria in 1861, an event that brought global attention to Killarney's stunning landscapes. Long before that, the park's lands were revered by early settlers and monastic communities, who found solace and inspiration in its serene lakes and dense woodlands. Killarney National Park is a place where nature's artistry is on full display. The park's centerpiece is its trio of lakes: Lough Lean, Muckross Lake, and Upper Lake, whose shimmering waters are cradled by rugged mountains, including the towering peaks of the reeks of the McGillicuddies. The lakes are interconnected by narrow channels and framed by ancient oak and yew woodlands, creating a landscape that feels both timeless and untouched. What sets Killarney apart is its ecological richness. The park is a designated UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, home to Ireland's only remaining native red deer population. Its diverse habitats, from bogs and heathlands to alpine ridges, provide sanctuary for countless species of flora and fauna. Every corner of the park tells a story of natural resilience and harmony, making it a haven for scientists, conservationists, and dreamers alike. Killarney National Park offers an array of experiences that cater to every kind of traveler. Begin your journey with a boat trip across the lakes, where the gentle rhythm of the water and distant call of birds create a meditative escape. As you glide past wooded shores and rocky islets, the majesty of the park unfolds in every direction. For those who prefer to explore on foot, the park boasts an extensive network of trails. One of the most enchanting routes leads to Torque Waterfall, a cascading wonder nestled in the heart of the forest. The climb to the top rewards visitors with sweeping views of the lakes and surrounding countryside, a panorama that feels like stepping into a living painting. History lovers will find delight in Muckross House and its traditional farms, where the past comes alive through interactive exhibits and preserved artifacts. Meanwhile, adventurers can tackle the steep ascent of Mangerton Mountain, a challenging hike that culminates in breathtaking vistas of the Devil's Punch Bowl, a glacial lake perched high above the park. For a truly unique experience, take a jaunting car ride, a traditional horse-drawn carriage that allows you to explore the park at a leisurely pace. As your guide shares tales of local lore and legends, the timeless charm of Killarney envelops you, creating memories that linger long after you leave. Slieve Cliffs, Europe's hidden gem. Best time to visit: late spring to early autumn for the best weather and stunning views. How to get there: located in County Donegal, Slieve is accessible by car from the town of Killybegs. There's also a small parking area near the cliffs with a short walk to the viewing points. Average cost: free to visit, but there may be a small fee for parking or guided tours. Slieve, known as one of the highest sea cliffs in Europe, is a geological marvel that has been shaped over millions of years. The cliffs rise dramatically from the Atlantic Ocean, reaching heights of up to 601 meters, making them almost 3 times higher than the more famous cliffs of Moher. The history of Slieve, however, goes beyond its geological formation. The cliffs are steeped in myth and legend, with stories that have been passed down through generations of the local people. The name Slieve is derived from the Irish word Sliab Liag, meaning mountain of the flagstones. This refers to the flat, slate-like rocks that make up the cliffs, which were once quarried for use in building and roofing. The area has been inhabited for thousands of years, and evidence of ancient settlements can be found nearby. The cliffs themselves have long been a place of spiritual significance for the local community, with the rugged landscape offering both a refuge and a challenge for those who seek solace or adventure in its wild beauty. The area around Slieve is rich in history, with ancient stone structures, including early Christian and pre-Christian sites, dotting the landscape. The cliffs themselves were once a vital part of the local economy, providing resources for building and fishing. Today, they stand as a reminder of the enduring connection between the land and the people who have lived in its shadow for centuries. What makes Slieve truly unique is its remoteness and the sheer scale of its natural beauty. Unlike the more popular cliffs of Moher, Slieve remains relatively undiscovered by mass tourism, which allows visitors to experience the cliffs in a more tranquil and untouched setting. The cliffs rise dramatically from the ocean, offering breathtaking views of the Atlantic coastline and the surrounding mountains. The rugged, unspoiled landscape creates a sense of awe and wonder that is difficult to match anywhere else in Europe. Slieve is also home to a variety of wildlife, including seabirds, such as puffins and razorbills, which nest along the cliffs in the summer months. The area is part of a special area of conservation, and its unique environment has been preserved for future generations to enjoy. The combination of dramatic cliffs, pristine beaches, and lush green hills makes Slieve a rare and unforgettable destination, where nature remains largely untouched by the hand of modern development. In addition to its natural beauty, Slieve is steeped in local folklore. The cliffs are said to be the site of the legendary Pilgrim's Path, an ancient route that was once used by early Christian pilgrims on their journey to spiritual enlightenment. This connection to the past adds an air of mystery and reverence to the landscape, making Slieve not just a physical wonder, but a spiritual one as well. Visiting Slieve is an experience that engages all the senses. The sheer scale of the cliffs, the sound of the waves crashing below, and the smell of the salty ocean air all combine to create an unforgettable atmosphere. One of the best ways to experience Slieve is by hiking along the various trails that wind their way through the cliffs and the surrounding landscape. For those seeking a more challenging adventure, the Slieve Pilgrim's Path offers a steep and rugged hike that takes you to the summit of the cliffs, where you'll be rewarded with panoramic views of the Atlantic Ocean and the surrounding coastline. The hike is not for the faint of heart, but for those who are up for the challenge. It is an experience that will stay with you long after you leave. For a more relaxed visit, you can take a gentle walk along the viewing platform, where you'll have unobstructed views of the cliffs and the surrounding landscape. The platform is easily accessible, making it perfect for families or those with limited mobility. From here, you can take in the dramatic beauty of the cliffs and the vastness of the Atlantic Ocean, all while learning about the area's history and geology from the informative signs along the way. If you're looking to explore the area further, there are also boat tours available that offer a unique perspective of Slieve from the water. These tours allow you to get up close to the cliffs and see the towering sea stacks and caves that are hidden from view on land. The boat tours also provide an opportunity to spot local wildlife, such as dolphins and seals, which frequent the waters around Slieve. Whether you're hiking along the cliffs, taking in the views from the platform, or exploring the coastline by boat, Slieve offers a variety of ways to experience its natural beauty. The area is perfect for nature lovers, adventure seekers, and anyone looking to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life. A visit to Slieve is not just a trip to one of Europe's most stunning natural wonders, but a journey into the heart of Ireland's wild and untamed spirit. The dark hedges, a mystical pathway, best time to visit year-round, with autumn offering a particularly magical atmosphere. How to get there? Located in County Antrim, Northern Ireland, the dark hedges is easily accessible by car from Ballymoney, about a 10-minute drive away. Average cost, free to visit, though there may be a small charge for parking nearby. The Dark Hedges, one of Northern Ireland's most photographed and iconic natural wonders, is a magical avenue of beech trees that has stood for over 200 years. The trees were planted in the 18th century by the Stewart family, who were the owners of the nearby Gracehill House. The avenue was created to impress visitors and provide a striking entrance to the family estate. Little did they know, these trees would become one of the most photographed locations in the world, attracting visitors from far and wide. As the centuries passed, the trees grew taller and more intertwined, creating a canopy of branches that form a mystical archway, casting an enchanting shadow over the road below. The Dark Hedges have witnessed countless seasons and storms, yet they continue to stand as a testament to the enduring beauty of nature. Over the years, the trees have become part of the local folklore, with many stories and legends surrounding the area, including tales of ghostly apparitions and mysterious happenings, adding to the allure of this captivating place. The Dark Hedges has also earned a place in popular culture, most famously appearing in the hit TV series Game of Thrones. In the show, the avenue is transformed into the King's Road, the main highway of Westeros, further cementing the Dark Hedges' status as a place of both historical and cinematic significance. This added layer of fantasy only deepens the sense of wonder that visitors feel as they walk beneath the towering branches of these ancient trees. What makes the Dark Hedges truly unique is the way it transports visitors into another world. The avenue of beech trees, with their gnarled trunks and sweeping branches, creates an atmosphere that is both haunting and serene. The natural archway formed by the trees seems almost otherworldly, as if it were a gateway to a mystical realm. The road itself is a quiet, rural lane, and as you walk along it, the outside world fades away, leaving only the rustling of leaves and the soft light filtering through the branches above. The Dark Hedges is not just a beautiful place to visit, it is a place that evokes a deep sense of awe and wonder. The trees are a testament to the passage of time, and their twisted, weathered forms have an almost magical quality. The way the branches interlace above the road creates a natural tunnel, one that seems to stretch on endlessly into the distance. This unique visual experience is what makes the Dark Hedges so captivating, as it feels like stepping into a fairy tale or a dream. The location also benefits from its rural setting, away from the bustle of modern life. Visitors can experience the Dark Hedges in a tranquil, peaceful environment, with the only sounds being the gentle rustling of the leaves and the occasional bird call. The quiet, contemplative atmosphere allows you to fully appreciate the beauty of the trees and the sense of history that surrounds them. Visiting the Dark Hedges is an experience that allows you to step into the past, but it is also an opportunity to create lasting memories in the present. The main activity here is simply walking along the avenue, taking in the breathtaking beauty of the trees and the surrounding landscape. As you stroll beneath the towering beech trees, you can't help but feel a sense of wonder and reverence for the natural world. The light filtering through the leaves creates a magical atmosphere, especially during the early morning or late afternoon when the sun casts long golden rays through the canopy. For photography enthusiasts, the Dark Hedges is a dream come true. The avenue is one of the most photographed places in Northern Ireland, and for good reason. The way the light plays with the shadows, the intricate patterns created by the branches, and the overall sense of mystery make for stunning photos. Whether you're a professional photographer or simply someone who loves capturing beautiful moments, the Dark Hedges offers endless opportunities for memorable shots. Beyond walking and photography, the area surrounding the Dark Hedges is also worth exploring. The nearby Grace Hill House, though private, is an example of the historical significance of the area, and the surrounding countryside offers peaceful walks and scenic views. The Dark Hedges is located within easy reach of other notable attractions, such as the Giant's Causeway and Kerry Rope Bridge, making it a perfect stop on a scenic road trip through Northern Ireland. While the Dark Hedges is undoubtedly a place for quiet reflection and natural beauty, it is also a location that invites you to immerse yourself in the stories and legends that surround it. Whether you're a Game of Thrones fan, a lover of folklore, or simply someone who appreciates the beauty of nature, the Dark Hedges offers something for everyone. It is a place that stirs the imagination and invites you to linger, to reflect, and to marvel at the wonders of the world around you. A culinary journey, savoring Irish flavors. Irish stew, the heartwarming classic. Irish stew is the epitome of comfort food, a dish that brings warmth to both the body and the soul. Made with tender lamb or beef, hearty root vegetables like potatoes, carrots, and onions, and seasoned simply with salt, pepper, and thyme. This dish is as humble as it is delicious. The preparation is straightforward. Brown the meat, simmer it with vegetables, and let the flavors meld together in a rich, savory broth. The result is a hearty, satisfying stew that's perfect for a chilly evening. While recipes may vary slightly from region to region, some prefer lamb, others beef, its essence remains the same, a comforting dish made with love. For an authentic experience, head to a traditional Irish pub in Dublin or Galway, where you can enjoy the dish in cozy, welcoming atmosphere. Colcannon, comfort in every bite. Colcannon is a dish that brings together the best of Irish comfort food. Made from creamy mashed potatoes, cabbage, and butter, it's a simple yet satisfying side dish that warms the heart. Some variations include scallions, spring onions, or even a hint of milk to create a smoother texture. The potatoes are boiled, mashed, and then mixed with sautéed cabbage and butter, resulting in a dish that's creamy, savory, and full of flavor. The slight crunch of cabbage pairs perfectly with the softness of mashed potatoes, making each bite a comforting experience. Colcannon can be found in homes and pubs throughout Ireland, especially during the colder months or around festive occasions like St. Tatian's. Soda bread, a taste of tradition. Soda bread is the epitome of Irish simplicity, made with just a few basic ingredients: flour, baking soda, salt, and buttermilk. It's a quick and easy bread that requires no yeast or long rising times. The result is a dense, hearty loaf with a slightly tangy flavor, thanks to the buttermilk. The crust is typically golden and slightly crisp, while the inside remains soft and moist. Often often served with butter or jam. Soda bread is the perfect accompaniment to a warm Irish stew or a cup of tea. Soda bread has been a staple of Irish kitchens for centuries. It's said to have originated during the 19th century when baking soda became widely available, providing a quick and reliable way to make bread without the need for yeast. Traditionally, soda bread was baked in a cast iron pot over an open fire, a method passed down through generations. The simplicity of the recipe reflects the Irish spirit, resourceful, practical, and full of heart. It remains a beloved part of Irish heritage, symbolizing the country's history of hard work and ingenuity. Soda bread can be found in almost every Irish home, from the bustling streets of Dublin to the quiet villages of the countryside. Seafood chowder, a coastal treasure. Seafood chowder is a creamy, comforting soup made from the freshest catches of the sea. The base is a rich mixture of cream and stock, with chunks of fish, shellfish, and sometimes even a hint of smoky bacon. Potatoes and vegetables like leeks or onions add heartiness, while herbs like dill or parsley enhance the flavor. The taste is a perfect balance of briny seafood, smooth creaminess, and subtle seasoning. It's often served with a slice of buttered soda bread to soak up every drop of the delicious broth. Barmbrack, a sweet slice of history. Barmbrack is a traditional Irish fruitcake, soft and slightly sweet, filled with a medley of dried fruits like sultanas, raisins, and currants. It's typically flavored with warm spices such as cinnamon and nutmeg, creating a comforting aroma as it bakes. The bread is moist and dense, with a slightly crumbly texture that pairs wonderfully with a cup of tea. Traditionally, a slice of barmbrack is served with butter, adding a creamy richness to each bite. Guinness pie, the perfect pub fare. Guinness pie is more than just a meal. It's a reflection of Ireland's love for good food and the iconic Guinness Stout. The drink, which has been brewed in Dublin since 1759, is a national treasure, and its deep, malty flavor pairs perfectly with the rich, savory filling of the pie. Traditionally served in pubs across Ireland, Guinness pie represents the Irish pub culture, hearty, comforting, and full of character. It's a dish that brings people together, whether over a pint of Guinness or a shared meal with friends. Guinness pie is a staple in many Irish pubs, particularly in Dublin and other major cities. It's often featured on the menu alongside other classic pub fare, like fish and chips or shepherd's pie. If you're looking for an authentic experience, seek out a traditional Irish pub where the pie is made fresh daily. Many pubs offer it with a side of mashed potatoes or a fresh green salad, making it a satisfying and filling meal. Whether you're in the heart of Dublin or a cozy village pub, you're sure to find this comforting dish waiting for you. The perfect adventure, suggested travel itineraries. The Wild Atlantic Way, a journey along Ireland's spectacular coastline. Duration, 7-10 days. Estimated cost, €800, €1,200 one booking. Recommended for accommodation and tours. The Wild Atlantic Way stretches over 500 kilometers along the western coast of Ireland, offering a journey through some of the most dramatic and beautiful landscapes in the world. This iconic route leads you from County Cork in the south to County Donegal in the north, taking you through towering cliffs, wild beaches, and lush green valleys. Along the way, you'll discover charming villages, ancient ruins, and cultural treasures that have inspired poets, artists, and writers. The Wild Atlantic Way is not just a road trip, it's a journey into the heart of Ireland's soul. Begin your journey in the vibrant city of Galway, often referred to as Ireland's cultural heart. After soaking in the lively atmosphere of its cobblestone streets and colorful shops, head south towards the cliffs of Moher. Highlights: stand atop these iconic cliffs and marvel at the sheer drop into the Atlantic. Explore the visitor center to learn about the geology and wildlife of the area. Tips: arrive early or late in the day to avoid crowds and witness the cliffs at their most serene. Travel through the unique limestone landscapes of the Burren, where wildflowers and ancient stone formations create a surreal environment. Continue south to the Dingle Peninsula, a place of unspoiled beauty and rich Gaelic heritage. Highlights: visit Polnabrone Dolmen in the Burren and enjoy a scenic drive along Slieve in Dingle. Stop by the town of Dingle for its famous seafood. Tips: don't miss Inch Beach, a long stretch of golden sand perfect for a peaceful walk. Embark on one of Ireland's most famous drives, the Ring of Kerry. This circular route offers a mix of coastal and mountainous scenery, with plenty of opportunities to stop and explore. Highlights: visit Killarney National Park, Tork Waterfall, and the charming town of Kenmare. Tips: drive clockwise to avoid tourist buses and take your time to enjoy the views. Head north to Connemara, a region of wild beauty with mountains, lakes, and bogs. Spend time exploring Kylemore Abbey, a stunning castle and gardens set against a backdrop of rugged hills. Highlights: visit the Abbey, its Victorian walled garden, and nearby hiking trails. Tips: try a traditional Irish lunch at the Abbey's cafe for a taste of local flavors. Drive to Achill Island, connected to the mainland by a bridge, and discover its dramatic cliffs, pristine beaches, and friendly locals. Highlights: Keem Bay, one of Ireland's most beautiful beaches, and the deserted village, a haunting reminder of Ireland's past. Tips: rent a bike to explore the Great Western Greenway for an immersive experience. Continue north to County Donegal, a land of untamed beauty. Visit the Slieve Cliffs, towering above the Atlantic and offering breathtaking views. Highlights: take a guided tour to learn about the cliff's history and geology. Tips: wear sturdy shoes for the best viewpoints, and bring a camera to capture the awe-inspiring scenery. Here's your journey in Donegal town, where you can explore Donegal Castle and enjoy a final taste of Irish hospitality. Highlights: stroll along the town's harbour and pick up souvenirs from local artisans. Tips: spend your evening at a traditional Irish pub to enjoy live music and reflect on your adventure. Spectacular views: the route is renowned for its breathtaking views, from the cliffs of Moher to the Skellig Islands and Slieve Cliffs. Cultural heritage: explore the rich history and culture of Ireland, from ancient castles to vibrant towns like Galway and Killarney. Best time to visit: the ideal time to explore the wild Atlantic way is from May to September, when the weather is milder, though rain is common. Accommodation: it's advisable to book accommodations in advance, especially in popular towns like Galway and Killarney. Pack for the weather: be prepared for unpredictable weather by packing layers, waterproof clothing, and sturdy footwear. The Ring of Kerry, a classic Irish adventure. Duration: 45 days. Estimated cost: €600, €1,000 booking. Recommended for accommodations. The Ring of Kerry is one of Ireland's most famous road trips, offering a perfect blend of stunning landscapes, charming villages, and rich history. This 179-kilometer loop takes you through Killarney National Park, past the Skellig Islands, and through picturesque towns like Kenmare and Slieve. The route is famous for its panoramic views of the Atlantic Ocean, the McGillicuddy's Reeks Mountains, and the tranquil lakes of Killarney. Tolkien, author of The Lord of the Rings, was said to have been inspired by the landscapes of the Ring of Kerry, making this journey even more enchanting. It's a route that allows you to immerse yourself in Ireland's natural beauty, while exploring its deep historical roots. Ross Castle, Killarney National Park, Tork Waterfall, Ladies View, Head of the Gap of Dunlow. Incredible views: the Ring of Kerry offers some of the most spectacular views in Ireland, including sweeping vistas of the Atlantic Ocean and the majestic mountains. Historical significance: along the way you'll encounter ancient stone forts, castles, and historical landmarks that tell the story of Ireland's past. Relaxed exploration: this route is perfect for those looking to explore at a leisurely pace, with plenty of opportunities to stop and take in the scenery. Take your time. The Ring of Kerry is best enjoyed slowly, with plenty of stops to admire the views and explore the towns along the way. Best time to visit: spring and autumn are ideal times to visit, as the weather is milder and the crowds are smaller. Book in advance. Accommodations in towns like Killarney and Kenmare can fill up quickly, especially during peak season, so it's a good idea to book ahead. The Ancient East, a journey through Ireland's rich history. Duration: 5-7 days. Estimated cost: €700, €1,000 L booking. Recommended for accommodations and tours. The Ancient East is a treasure trove of Ireland's rich history, from Neolithic tombs to medieval castles and Viking settlements. This route takes you through some of the country's most significant archaeological and historical sites, including the Hill of Tara, Newgrange, and Kilkenny Castle. The area has been home to some of Ireland's most important figures, including the legendary High Kings of Ireland. A journey through the Ancient East offers a deep dive into Ireland's past, providing an opportunity to explore its cultural and historical roots in a way that's both immersive and awe-inspiring. Historical landmarks: from prehistoric tombs to Viking towns, the Ancient East is filled with fascinating sites that tell the story of Ireland's past. Cultural immersion: explore charming towns like Kilkenny and Waterford, where traditional Irish culture and modern life blend seamlessly. Legendary sites: visit the Hill of Tara, the ancient seat of the High Kings of Ireland, and Newgrange, a UNESCO-listed prehistoric monument older than the pyramids. Best time to visit: spring and autumn are ideal for this route, offering milder weather and fewer crowds. Booking tours: some of the more popular historical sites, like Newgrange, require advance booking, so plan ahead. Comfortable footwear: many of the sites involve walking and outdoor exploration, so be sure to pack comfortable shoes. Dublin and the East Coast, a blend of culture and coastline. Duration: 3-4 days. Estimated cost: €500, €800 out booking. Recommended for accommodation in Dublin. Dublin, Ireland's vibrant capital, offers a perfect blend of rich history, cultural landmarks, and modern charm. Explore iconic sites like Trinity College, the Book of Kells and the Guinness Storehouse, and then venture along the east coast to the charming village of Howth and the stunning Powerscourt Gardens. Dublin has long been a hub of intellectual and artistic activity, inspiring figures such as James Joyce, Oscar Wilde, and Samuel Beckett. This itinerary offers the perfect balance of urban exploration and coastal beauty, allowing you to experience the best of both worlds. Cultural capital. Dublin is a UNESCO city of literature, home to many of Ireland's greatest writers and artists, including James Joyce and Oscar Wilde. Coastal charm. After exploring the city, the nearby coastal villages like Howth offer stunning sea views and a chance to experience a more tranquil side of Ireland. Historical significance. Dublin is rich in history, from Viking settlements to Georgian architecture, making it a must-see for history buffs. Explore on foot. Dublin is a walkable city, so take your time to explore the streets, parks, and neighborhoods at your own pace. Best time to visit. Dublin is vibrant year-round, but spring and autumn offer the best weather and fewer crowds. Book in advance. Dublin can get busy, especially in the summer, so it's advisable to book accommodations ahead of time. The Causeway Coast, Ireland's northern gem. Duration: for 6 days. Estimated cost: €600, €900 booking. Recommended for accommodations. The Causeway Coast in Northern Ireland is a region of stunning natural beauty, with its dramatic cliffs, picturesque beaches, and world-famous geological formations. This route takes you through some of the most iconic sites in Ireland, including the Giant's Causeway, Carrick-a-Raid Rope Bridge, and Wool Luce Castle. The Causeway Coast has long been a source of inspiration for artists and writers, and it was famously featured in the Game of Thrones TV series. This journey offers a chance to explore Northern Ireland's rugged coastline, while delving into its rich mythology and history. Iconic landscapes. The Causeway Coast is home to Giant's Causeway, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as well as other dramatic landscapes like the Carrick-a-Raid Rope Bridges. Rich mythology. The region is steeped in Irish legends, including the story of Finn McCool, who is said to have built the Giant's Causeway. Cultural significance. The Causeway Coast is closely tied to Northern Ireland's history and has been featured in popular culture, including Guinness Calls. Best time to visit. The Causeway Coast is best visited in spring or early autumn when the weather's mild and the crowds are smaller. Take your time. This route is best enjoyed slowly, with plenty of stops to explore the natural beauty and historical sites. Book in advance. Accommodations in popular towns like Ballycastle can fill up quickly, especially in the summer months. Conclusion and other bonuses. Ireland, with its rolling green hills, rugged coastlines, and vibrant cultural tapestry, is a destination that leaves an indelible mark on every traveler. From the ancient echoes of its storied past to the warm embrace of its people, the Emerald Isle is a land of wonder and discovery. As you journey through its landscapes and delve into its traditions, you'll find that Ireland is more than just a place. It's an experience that lingers in your heart long after you've left. This guide has aimed to provide you with not just the practicalities of travel, but also a sense of the magic that Ireland offers. Whether you're exploring the windswept cliffs of the wild Atlantic Way, wandering through the mystical ruins of ancient monasteries, or savoring the simple joy of a hearty Irish stew by a crackling fire, each moment in Ireland is an invitation to connect with the land, its history, and its people. It's a journey of immersion, where every corner holds a story waiting to be discovered. As you plan your adventure, remember that the true essence of travel lies in embracing the unexpected. Ireland's charm often reveals itself in the unplanned encounters. A friendly chat in a pub, a breathtaking view that wasn't on your itinerary, or a detour that leads to an unforgettable memory. Let this guide be your starting point, but leave room for spontaneity. Ireland rewards the curious and the open-hearted. Finally, may your travels through Ireland inspire you to see the world with fresh eyes. As you walk its ancient paths and listen to its timeless tales, you'll carry home more than souvenirs. You'll carry stories, friendships, and a piece of Ireland itself. Go forth with a sense of adventure, and let the spirit of the Emerald Isle guide you to moments of joy, wonder, and connection.